And we've been working hard, so if you hating hard, it's a loss, you can fall back.
What's up guys, Avxry here bringing you another Easter egg tutorial for zombies in Spaceland, and we're going to be going over the Ghost and Skulls tutorial. And this one is really cool and a lot of fun to do because it's an Easter egg within an Easter egg, and I just think that this is one of the most unique Easter eggs that I've ever seen, and it's also very hard to do. But anyway, let's get into the first step, and all you need to do is in the spawn room there's a cart with balloons on it. You just need to get rid of all of those balloons by shooting it or meleeing it, and it's very random, but that's just how the step is. When you get rid of all of them in the spawn only, then you're gonna hear an audio cue, and that means you can move on to step 2. Step 2 is we're going to be spelling out the word ghost. Now this isn't that hard. All you got to do is run around the map, look for some neon signs. Now I have 2 locations for each of the letters that you could look at. So you have to do this in order, obviously spelling out ghosts, and there's a little white skull. All you need to do is zoom in at it and stay zoomed in, and once you do so it will explode into yellow particles. So starting off with G, you could find it on top of the Galaxy Journey sign in Journey into Space, or in the Roller Rampage sign on top of bumper cars. All you have to do is look inside the G and it will disappear. Now moving on to H, you can actually find it on the Chromosphere, and that's where the H is, so obviously it just goes hand in hand. Then you also have the, H on top of the Hyperslide sign in the Cosmic Way. So once you look at that, you'll be able to pick it up or just zoom in at it and it will explode. Then go to the O. Now O is on top of the Journey into Space sign in the Cosmic Way as well. And then you have another O in the Cosmic Tune sign, where that is by Polar Peaks. Now this is actually also where DJ Hoff basically just does his thing. It's just the sign on top of it. Moving on to the S, we have by Star Mission sign in the Journey into Space area. And then the other area is the S by Astro Arcade. It's a sign above the alley to Blue Bolts. Now this is actually one of the ones that I mostly had trouble with, but we actually got it anyway. So for T, basically what you want to do is go over to the Octanian Hunter in the Kepler, or you could check the Moonlight Cafe also in Kepler. Now if any of those are there, then obviously you should be able to spell out ghost, and you cannot just go around aimlessly getting these. You have to actually zoom in and do them in order. Now we can move on to step 3. Step 3 is pretty funky. So what you want to do is look at the arcade machine, and there is a number on the bottom of it called 1984. There are colors that go along with it as well. So for the one, it is green. You need to go on the dance floor and don't turn it on, but just go on a dance floor, find a green tile, and get 1 kill on it. Then you also have to go to the 9. Now obviously all these colors have a number matching it, and then you need to get that number of kills on that color. Now don't go over it, just try to get the amount of kills you need to. Now doing the solo is pretty annoying, but I did get it done anyway, and once you get it all done, you will see that there is another skull within the arcade machine. That means you have 3 skulls now, and you can move on to the next step. Step 4 is actually a little bit of fun, so you can actually enjoy this one, where there are 5 arcade machines. Now you need to actually go over to the arcade or Astro Arcade and basically play Cryptid Attack, basketball, bowling, or the satellite game, the water guns, and there will be skulls popping up. You will not see this unless you've done step 3, so do not try to advance through this. You need to do all these steps in order. So first off, we're going to start off with the bowling with planets. So in a hole, you will see an alien pop up, and you need to get that on your first try. So make sure you actually get this done in early rounds, because obviously if you're playing solo, you're going to have someone that is just going to smack you repeatedly while trying to do these, and it will get quite frustrating. But moving on to water gun. Water gun's the easiest one, because all you need to do is, you don't even need to win, you just need to shoot until your character goes past the alien skull, but you need to do it in a certain amount of time, otherwise he will disappear. These are all time based, so you have to get them quite quick. The satellite game, you just need to get to 50, and then the skull will explode into yellow again. Basketball, you just need to wait for the alien head to pop up, and you have to make that shot while the alien head's there, and then it will disappear as well. So when we already did bowling, we already did the Cryptid Attack is the last one. The Cryptid Attack's not hard at all, it's just waiting for the skull to pop up, and when it does, you want to throw your ball at the Cryptid's tooth and where the skull is over, and then you got that, and then you will notice that there is a 4th skull that is popped up on there. So it's pretty cool doing this, and we will have to move on to completing the Easter egg now. This is where you want to complete the Easter egg because it's very much needed. Step 5 is really interesting because you need to complete the Easter egg. Shoot down the UFO, and when you've done so, get glasses, or make sure you had glasses on prior to this. And make sure what you do is put on the glasses and complete step 4. Hopefully step 4 is completed at this time, and you will notice there's a skull in the sky. Now it moves spaces very slowly, so what you want to do is already have the thing activated, or the arcway activated, again by shooting it with your upgraded pistol. When you do so, it's going to connect all the way. Have all of them connected but one, and then once you see that skull move over the top of, I guess, where the pack-a-punch is, shoot the last one, and then it will break that skull, and then you can move on to your last step. Step 6 is not too bad. All you need to do is get a brute. Now obviously if you're doing the Easter egg, you're going to be on quite a high round, and you have to bring this brute all the way up to the arcade room, and you need to have the brute shoot his laser at the machine. So make sure you have one zombie left while doing this. So once you have him shoot it, the last skull will pop up, and then this machine will be sparking. So obviously, now you could run in there if you want, and if you want to do this while you're doing it solo or co-op, make sure you keep the brute. But in order to go in there co-op as well, every player needs to be around the machine and holding square. Then you guys will be brought into this game, and you have no perks. You have unlimited lives until I think both of you guys go down, or if you're solo, you have unlimited lives until you basically fail. More of the skulls escape, and there is a little drop to it. So when you're shooting the souls at the ghosts, or the ghosts at the skulls, then the bodies will actually drop. So you need to get used to this as you play. And if you do it too slow, you're actually going to notice that you're going to get pushed back because there is a line. So you have a red line, which means that's where the skulls are. You want to make sure it doesn't get pushed back to the game board, because then obviously you fail and lose, which happened at me and my friend Starburst when we were doing it in co-op. Now, if you do it solo, I feel like it's much easier because it gives you a lot more time. Like, when I mean a lot more time. And all you want to do is get through about like three or four waves, or maybe even 5 waves. And when you do so, it will tell you your score and say you won, and give you 1000 XP along with 10 perks. You get 10 perks, which is literally insane. I loved it. It was probably one of the coolest things. I've not exited my game yet because I'm still playing, but I hope this tutorial did help. If it did, definitely drop a like, and if you want, subscribe. These games, I'll let you watch the whole gameplay to see how I did. I died a few times, but it brought me back in. Now note, if you do fail and get killed, there will be a brute outside if you did not kill him yet. And this will give you the opportunity to have the brute shoot the machine again, and you guys will still have all of your perks when you get spawned out there if you're in co-op, and just have the brute shoot it again and get right back in there, because it will show 5 skulls, and all you have to do to retrigger it is get the 6th one, and it's really not that bad. But anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy. My name's Avxry, and I'm out.